I've been promising y'all this video for way too long. Let's go ahead and do this. We are going to be stack ranking all of the luxury and prestige lip balms and lip oils, I had to cut it off somewhere, that have been just viral lately. The long and short of it, and I will link the Beauty Independent article down below, is that there are companies that their entire job is trend spotting. They're noticing that we love non-lipstick lip products, and so that's why all these companies are making them. I have received a ton of them in PR, and I've also bought a ton of them, and I have my thoughts together, and there are so many details about these that are very important, such as the flavor and scent of them, whether or not they're pH color changing, whether they're vegan, beeswax, lanolin. I love a non-vegan formula, but for some people a vegan formula is very important. And because there are so many criteria to touch on, I have a spreadsheet for y'all. It'll be linked down below. It's a Google Doc. I'll put timestamps down below, so it's technically going to be a spoiler as to the order, but it will give you the ability to skip around if you want to talk about a certain formula. And yeah, I have 45 formulas here. I'm going to put on each one, show it to you, stack rank them worst to best. Let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, the first one, I'm not actually going to put it on because for it to be the worst, I returned it. It's worth mentioning because it's very popular right now and they're actually expanding the shade range of it. I put a placeholder in here because this is what the packaging looks like. So it is the Prada Lip Balm. Not only is the Prada Lip Balm not a good lip balm, it is also extraordinarily fragranced. So it is in a beautiful package. We love the Prada package. Yes, we do. I love the lipsticks. For whatever reason, I can put up with the fragrance in the lipstick delivery system, but there's something about the fact that I don't love tasting it all day and the fact that it's not actually an effective lip balm at all. It's like matte. It dries my lips, that it holds the distinction of being the absolute worst one and never ever buy it. All right, so the next category that we're talking about that I'm actually going to be demonstrating for y'all is pH color adjusting formulas. pH color adjusting just means that it has a party trick to it. It has a neutralizer in the formula that takes this one particular shade of pink and makes it clear in the bottle and then turns it back to pink on your lips. I am not always offended by this. Some brands do it in an okay manner. We'll talk about that later, but there are two major offenders in my collection. The first one is the Sigma Moisturizing Lip Balm. This one is instant color change, like majorly pink. And it's a shame because the Sigma lip products, I really don't have a complaint about any of them. You're gonna see them throughout this because they sent me all of their lip products and I basically included anything that called itself a balm or an oil. So I think Sigma does great work. This is just a preference thing for me and I don't like being surprised by it when I buy a formula. So I wanted to let y'all know that the Moisturizing Lip Balm in the clear shade in Dewy is very color adjusting, and the other one, such a shame. This is the Dolce&Gabbana Mint Oil Lip Plumper. I love a lip gloss that looks blue in the tube and stays blue on the lips. This one unfortunately aggressively pH color changes and it's such a shame because it's a beautiful formula and the packaging is dynamite. It's glass, it's this beautiful frosted glass. Everything about it is lovely. It has that mint plumper to it and I would wear the crap out of it if it actually stayed blue, but it doesn't. All right, our next category is these taste gross, don't buy them. I'm cutting to the chase here, y'all. You don't have all day. Worst offender of this category is the Make Beauty Lip Reset Mask. Oh my gosh, was I excited about these, and they're so beautiful, but they smell great and taste exactly like they smell, as in they didn't bother to put a flavor in there. They just taste how they smell, like they taste like the fragrance ingredients. So instead of having like a nice sweet mint flavor to it, it just kind of haunts you with the flavor of the smell all day. And it's such a shame because this is a beautiful formula, it really is, but like I cannot bring myself to use it because the taste is so distracting and it doesn't go away. Next worst offender in this category is the Herbivore Dream Jelly. This is the strawberry lip balm. I love Herbivore's product, but this one tastes terrible. This one specifically tastes exactly like an expired Bonnie Bell. If y'all are old enough to remember, you know, a good Bonnie Bell lip smacker, is that what they were called? Lip smackers? It was something we didn't mind when we were children, but the makeup industry has evolved to where we can have really, really high expectations of our products and something tasting like expired wax is just not gonna cut it. All right, next worst. This one is a huge disappointment. Anybody who has been with me long enough that you were here all of last year, you're gonna understand what a disappointment this is, expectation versus reality, because I tracked the release of this so hard and I wanted to like it so bad and it cost me a fortune. The Tom Ford Rose Lip Oil Tint. It's beautiful, it does stay clear, but my God, did they go all in on the rose, which is surprising to me. Not because Tom Ford isn't, you know, known for fragrance, but they're not really known for fragrance in their cosmetics. Their foundation doesn't have any fragrance to it. Like, I've never noticed it in their blushes or anything like that. I've never had any of his lipsticks, but this is so rosy and it stays rosy for so long that it just really isn't worth choosing it over something else. And again, wildly expensive. Okay, next worst offender in this category. Uh-oh, I know. This is the Plasma Lip Compound. This one happens to be in Rom-Com. This is from You Beauty. I'm being savage here, y'all. I know that this is a beloved product for so many people. I'm not gonna spend too much time in this video talking about what packaging I like and what packaging I don't like. None of them really offends me. And then this is my favorite kind. It's just like the cooling metal tip. So I'm always gonna kind of go for one of those if I have the option. But in this case, the Plasma Lip Compound, as beautiful of a formula as this is, You Beauty has a specific ingredient in it that has an aroma and you can taste it, and some people it bothers them, some people it doesn't. But if you are sensitive to that kind of thing and you don't want any flavor in your lip balm, don't spend the You Beauty money on one of these, okay? It does have a taste and it is not an intentional added flavor. And the least bad of these offenders, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like describing them and then applying them. So it's like, I'm like kind of living off the reaction of the last one before it. Anyway, so this is the least bad of this category, but still it's kind of a deal breaker for me because the formula is not that great either. It's fine. This is the Thrive Causemetics Sheer Strength Lip Balm. Comes in a menagerie of beautiful shades. This is Kaja, but it does taste like the fragrance. And the fragrance is like floral a little bit. I don't really know what it is, but I don't like it. It's not fruity. It's not vanilla. Why aren't they all just vanilla? I know there are going to be people in my comments who are like, I hate vanilla. You know, I'd rather it be coconut. Why can't everything be coconut kind of thing? Like, everybody has an opinion. But if I ran the world of lip gloss or lip balm, it would always be vanilla. Like, why do we go for flowers? Oh, I'm so glad we're done with that category. Ugh. I like need a mint. All right, the next category, for lack of a better term, is the lower end of fine. I tried them, they function. I would not recommend buying them. Starting first with the Typology Masque Leur Ceramide. The French, yeah, it's a ceramide hyaluronic acid lip mask. It's really thin. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm gonna be honest, I think Typology has too many products. They make beautiful things, but they are eclipsed and kind of drowned out by the fact that they just have so many, it's impossible to navigate. And this just feels like kind of an afterthought of a product to me. Like hyaluronic acid and ceramide, like fine, but it doesn't really cling to the lips. It doesn't stay put. It just, again, it doesn't feel like a complete thought at all. It also doesn't taste fantastic. Okay, next in this category is the Kaja Balmy Bento. I don't even know if they still make this, but it is a lip scrub on the top that is not that functional, I think. Ugh, I hate the smell of coconut. Artificial coconut, like a pina colada smell. What in the world are these actually? It's a lip balm and a lip scrub. They insist on this, but they both seem like lip balms. And ooh, now see, that one smells like pineapple because a pina colada is pineapple and coconut. The coconut can choke, but the pineapple is freaking delicious smelling. And I don't know which one is freaking which. But again, I feel nothing and it doesn't taste fantastic. And finally in this category, we have two products that are similar but different from each other, and they're both from RMS. We have the Lip Lights and the Lip Nights. The Lip Lights are a very thick, and my room gets really cold in the winter, and like this thing was unusable basically because it's really thick. This is a very unctuous lip balm kind of thing, and it comes in several shades, but this one happens to be the clear. And you know what? It's just fine. It gets the job done. It's pretty oily and emollient, and it's tough to get it to spread out, and so I guess that means that it stays put, but it's not particularly nourishing, and when it's a little bit kind of cold outside, it like drags on my lips. It's impossible to get it to heat up. Like, it almost isn't creamy at room temperature. And then the Lip Lights Lip Nights, right, which is their kind of overnight balm treatment. I can't put my finger on this smell. It has a particular, is it calendula? What is that ingredient? If I can figure it out, I'll put it on the screen. But the biggest problem with this one is it's gritty. Like, sure, fine, it works, but like, I don't love a gritty lip balm. It's okay. Again, like, it's not the most nourishing thing in the world. I would rather have it than nothing, but you don't need to go out and spend your money on it. So the next category is, are these lip balms? They call themselves lip balms, but these are in a lot of cases balm only by the name. There are some exceptions, but these are the ones that I consider to be more like lipsticks. The greatest offender of this is my beloved La Perla, right? I love the La Perla lipsticks, but they call this the Satin Lip Balm, and I'm telling y'all, do not be tricked. There is nothing translucent about this. It's an absolutely beautiful lipstick. It smells like vanilla, replaceable cartridge, incredible colors, very expensive, but it doesn't belong in this category, as you can see with your own eyes. My only caveat in recommending these is that they have quite a lot of pigment for something that calls itself a balm. So these are the Glossy balms from Hourglass. This is in the shade Haze. This is one of those like crank up formulas that has so much softness to it that it sort of breaks down as soon as it touches your lips. And these are plumping. They're minty plumping the way that Hourglass lip products tend to be. I love that about them. They don't have a fragrance, they don't have a taste, they just have a really beautiful mint plump. That's my personal preference, but it's always good to know in case you hate that. Next in this category, we have the Mob Beauty Lip Balm. This is an M139. Is this beautiful? Abso-frickin-lutely. Is this a lip balm? Not really. Not really. These are very interesting because they come in cardboard, right? Replaceable cartridge yet again. And I'm not saying that this is a bad formula or bad colors at all, but like do not listen when they tell you that this is a lip balm because this is just a less tinted lipstick, very much so. Next in this category, we have my very broken Bisou balm from Violette FR. It came like this. Really excited about that. I was wearing the more kind of nudie beige shade for a while, but it popped open in my purse, collected all manner of disgusting things, and I had to throw it away. So I bought this one because she came out with sort of a coral collection, and while I like this formula, it doesn't have really any nourishing qualities that I would assign to a balm. And for me, the main thing here is this is French girl makeup. It is for people who have higher contrast complexions. Please refer to my video on contrast if you don't know what I'm talking about. And so this does not wear effortlessly on me because all of these have too much pigment for that. Like, it's not even the worst color on me. It's just something about the combination of the color and the formula just makes it so unwearable. Next in this category, we have, yes, our good friends over at Finding Ferdinand. This is their lip balm formula. They are very pretty and could be a great option for people who are a little lower contrast but want to wear a bold lip. Their lip balms do actually nourish. So I would say, have crossed over into is it balm territory? Yes, technically. Next up in this category, we have another, and we are into the balms, yes, but these behave for one reason or another less like a balm than other things. I know it's a technicality, but it's a category I had to do. So we have the Lawless Balm Stick. This is in Whisper. These are some of the most beautiful shades ever. This one does have a tingly plump. This is the first one I think that we've had that has a tingly plump. It just kind of has a little bit too much scent. I could have gone in the I don't love the flavor because of the smell category also, and it's not as effective, as plumping, as good, I think, as their lip glosses. Obviously those are very different things, but as pigmented lip balm things go, this one isn't my favorite. Very pretty colors, like I said, but the formula in combination with how you can taste the fragrance, I just don't really recommend them. Plus, I do have a recommendation for beautiful colors like this that I like the formula better. All right, this is one of my favorite, is it a lip balm or is it not, products. This is the Rabanne Lovebalm. This is in the shade Soul Kiss. I use this as a lip contour. I know plenty of people who wear this alone. My mother is in love with it, like has backups of it. And it is, to me, kind of a better version of the Clinique Black Honey, right? It's supposed to be that like universal color. Black Honey does not work on me. This is the desaturated brown version of Black Honey, and it is a completely uncomplaining formula. It doesn't have any fragrance. It doesn't have any taste to it. It doesn't have any plumping. There's nothing weird. It's just a good, pretty balm in a really interesting color. All right, and finally, firmly in the yes, it's a balm category, but I don't actually like it. Oops, sorry. This is the Sephora Sheer Shine Lip Balm Brilliance, whatever the heck it is. I got so excited about these when they came out during the Sephora sale. And like, yeah, it's a balm. It has a strong scent. It has a pretty detectable flavor, and this particular shade, I thought it was going to be a little bit kind of glossier. I feel like it needs a gloss on top of it because the glitter is just so gritty and apparent. It is giving a little bit of like Ichiban lipstick for men, which I have nothing against. Y'all know I love a blue lip balm, but like this one it's just not right. It's definitely giving Y2K, so if you're going for that, shade 20, knock yourselves out. Millennium. The next category is the one that you probably thought of if you're on the internet at all when I said I was doing a lip balm video, and it's the lip balm blindness viral lip balms. Because by now, I truly could not tell you the difference between any of these, but we're gonna put them on anyway. In no freaking particular order, we're gonna start with Saltair. This is a lip oil balm that smells like vanilla. They all have different smells. This one happens to be clear. I know I sound bored, and it's because I am bored. I have so much makeup and I test so many things that the worst crime that something can really commit is to be forgettable. And these are all like, yes, they work. And like, that's fine. That means that if you bought this, you didn't do anything wrong. You know, you got a good lip balm. But it also means that like, if you bought one, you don't need another one from a different company, okay? There's just no reason because they're all kind of the same. The Saltair is a little thinner than some of them, not quite as thin as the Rhode, but thinner than the Naturium and the Kosas that you'll see. And it does have a little bit of a taste to the vanilla scent and not an intentional taste. I would much rather it have like a sweet flavor. I'm almost ranking them in terms of memorability. Next, we have Naturium. I do like this applicator. It's similar to a metal applicator, but this is like at Target, it's not wildly expensive. And I think that Naturium just in general does a good job of making affordable, high quality products. That said, this is a thicker balm and it does come in some pretty colors. And just like all of these, I like it. I do like this one a little bit better because it does not have a fragrance and it does not have a flavor, like an accidental flavor or an intentional flavor. Next is the Summer Fridays lip balm. This is the lip butter balm. This is like everybody's favorite thing. It is good. It is not super special to me, but it's good. I would say that one of the things that I have kind of a complaint about is that like the color that I have is a little bit inconsistent and weird. I have the birthday cake one and I just expected it to be a little glossier, and it's just kind of like got a lot of a matte-ish pigment to it. It's a little bit more of a deterrent to putting it on because I would rather it do less than what it does. It's very nourishing. It's very lovely. I don't totally love the appearance of it. And that might just be about the shade that I got, but if you get any of them that has glitter in it, it is a little gritty. It's like just a couple of steps above fine, you know? Again, you're probably not gonna be mad. Next, let's talk about Rhode, okay? I pulled out two of these because while I love all things Rhode, Haley has not done anything to bother me at this point, other than the fact that the most recent one that I bought is gritty. And there are people telling me like, oh, you just have to warm it up. Girl, I have warmed it up. I might be cold-blooded. Maybe that's the issue, but I cannot get this to go ungritty. This is, I would say, the thinnest of all the formulas. It has a beautiful cling to it. It has really pretty colors. It has great nourishing formula. I do love keeping this around. It's the one thing that keeps me from being like, yes, it is better far and above everything else, is that like, you know, one in every how many is just gonna be gritty. It's kind of weird. Less a fan, I guess, of this applicator, but like again, splitting hairs, I don't really care. Okay, next, this is the Ole Henriksen, and this is the Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. I got this in the shade Cocoa Creme. For a lip treatment that has color to it, there is a clear one, but there are really beautiful shades in it as well. It is the least fussy formula out of all of these. You put it on, it looks gorgeous. It does have a slight fragrance. Mine smells like cocoa creme, but it's mainly just sweet. It is the lightest wearing one out of any of these that still has the tenacity. It does not wear like a lip oil. It does not wear like a lip gloss. It wears like a lip treatment, but it's so effortless to wear. It is so, like I said, especially for something that has color to it, it is the most unfussy, and the formula is delightful. Next, we have Tower 28. This also comes in a bunch of shades. I have here the clear. This is the only one that has the audacity to come in a Carmex container. I'm a huge Carmex fan. It's just kind of a matter of opinion, you know? I feel like that's kind of a polarizing applicator if you care about such things, which I don't really. It's an absolutely delightful formula. The clear is really, really nourishing. It's great for skin prep. It's great to sleep in. It doesn't have a flavor. It doesn't have a scent. Tower 28 understands lip balms. So it's like in this category where we are splitting hairs, like where nothing is particularly special, I really love this one. Like it's just good. My lips are like, would you just leave one on for the love of God? All right, and finally, honestly, it's really a tie between the Tower 28 and this one for like top of this category, but this is the Kosas Plump and Juicy Lip Booster. I think I like this one more just because it's a little more cosmetic. That's all. Like it works as a gloss as well as a really good balm. And it's just been around for a while. I've been through several of them. I like the applicator just fine. I don't know. It's just a good little product. And it is something where it's like, if I'm thinking I want a gloss, like pretty much all the Kosas stuff is like that, where even their lip oils are still glossy. I feel like all their stuff is still like cosmetically nice to look at, which is great. It's a bonus. And it does have a very, 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 very slight fruit fragrance, and you can taste it ever so slightly if you're like really thinking about it. So it doesn't bother me in the slightest, but I just want to make y'all aware. Okay, this is kind of the runners-up category. I guess I'm just gonna call this category like, you're not gonna be mad about any of these, right? Like if you buy these, they're gonna make you happy. They're probably going to satisfy you. Honestly, the last category will probably satisfy you. There's nothing wrong with them, but like I recommend these each with probably a caveat. Bottom of the list, I would say, are the Bare Minerals Dewy Lip Gloss Balms. They're really pretty and they come in a ton of shades. I like this one called Dream because it's not clear, it's kind of milky, but they're all really, really pretty. My only reservation in recommending these wholesale is that because they have like a tiny bit of a scent to them, you can taste it a little bit. Again, not a deal breaker to me at all, and I think that they're beautiful, especially because they do have such an interesting shade range in these, I feel like they really went for some bold colors. But if a taste bothers you at all, don't do it. Next, we have the Dior Glow Lip Oil, Lip Glow Oil, Color Reviver. They call it the Color Reviver because it's got pH in it. I think Dior, they're among the couple of brands that I feel like can handle the pH thing well enough. Something about this being so red, when it goes pink, it goes coral, like they're using color theory at least. And so this being such a beautiful lip oil, it's so nice. I would say that the Clarins one, which I ran out of, or I would have it, but the Clarins one I like even better, and I would probably recommend it in my top category. This is just as good as the Clarins. They have really interesting colors, and I think that it is a really luxurious, beautiful lip oil experience. It does have a little bit of a plump to it, but it also has a pH adjuster in it. Next in this category, yes, I paid $55 for this. I mean, in the fastest decision of my life. I did not even stop to consider whether the balm was actually good. I am in love with this packaging from Gucci. All that to say, it's not that great of a balm, I'll be honest. Like, it's just kind of beeswaxy. It's a little bit too solid at room temperature. Do I still use the living daylights out of it because it's a nice package to interact with? Yes, that's the kind of human I am though. If you're new here, I understand the absurdity of that, okay? But I'm gonna think of something in terms of the full experience of it, and sometimes that means that like the aesthetics of the packaging are just as important, or maybe even sometimes more important than the formula itself. And I recognize that that's stupid, and so that is not how I evaluate products for y'all. I just have to be honest that I still use this, and it's because it's a pretty package and I'm an idiot. So like, is that even worth swatching? I have no idea. It's also supposed to be kind of a universal balm. Yeah, it's a balm universel. And for that reason, it's not particularly shiny. There's no taste to it. It doesn't have any smell. It just feels like a high-class lip balm. Because it's a great experience, but again, it's like, if I could fill this with GlossierBalm.com, I would. Begins to allude to my allegiances, doesn't it? Next in this category, we have the Sigma Renew Lip Oil in this shade in particular. So this is in the shade Hush, and it is ever so slightly pH color adjusting. So if you remember in the beginning of the video, we did their lip balm and it was like really, really fast to color adjust. This one is really slight and it is such a great formula. Next in the You Won't Be Mad category is another Sigma product. This is again Hush, which I don't think this one is color adjusting, but I'm not sure. But this is their Hydro Melt Lip Mask. It is a fantastic overnight lip mask, but the issue I have here is it is reversing the gaslight effect that I got from the Armani lip glosses, the Prisma glasses, because I tried those the first time and I was like, like, my lips are going ambisol numb. What's that about? This does it even harder. So I'm not crazy. I mean, I might be crazy, but I'm not crazy about this particular thing. Yeah, this gives me the ambisol numbness. I don't know what the actual benefit of that would be, but it is something to be aware of, because what? It's just a strange feeling, but it's really, really nice. Next in the category of You Probably Won't Be Mad, this is the LH Causemetics. Fantastic, but this is definitely a tinted lip balm. And this would be my recommendation. It's not plumping, but it would be my recommendation as the alternative to the Lawless balm specifically. This is so beautiful. The colors are really, really subtle and grungy if you're looking for something like that. And all of Linda Hallberg's lip products, I want to say all of them, have an SPF 15 in them, which is nice. It's just kind of a nice thing to have in your lip products. And people love to ask me, is there an SPF lip balm out there that doesn't taste like SPF? I think that it's SPF 15 because that was the most that they could put in there before you started tasting it, because you don't taste it. If it has a fragrance, it's really, really faint, and it is a very, very beautiful, actually nourishing balm. Next in this category, I will never kick one of these out of bed for eating crackers, okay? This is the Kosas Wet Lip Oil. I love all the shades of this. I really love the Undressed collection. This is the newest one that I have, which is called Exposed, and it's just this like fractal glitter. It's like multi-chrome almost. It's delightful. It's so pretty, and there's just something about this that like splits the difference between being a really beautiful, cosmetically elegant lip gloss and a very nourishing lip oil, and it's just nice to look at, and the colors are fun. The Undressed collection is really desaturated, but they're not super milky, so I feel like a lot of people can probably get away with wearing them. And then they have a couple more that are, they have like Jellyfish, which is clear, they have Dip, which is a little bit more pigmented. I love all of them. I have had so many of them over the years. They do have a little bit of a scent, but they don't taste like anything. Oh, it's so nice. It's a really tenacious formula. Like, it really sticks around. It's so long wearing. I love that stuff. Another brand that does long wearing things. They just can't seem to figure out how to always get the taste out of their stuff. But in this case, we simplified it down. We got to the bare bones of it. And this is the Bigger Than Beauty skincare, which is Thrive's skincare brand spinoff. And this is their Pout Hero Liquid Balm Lip Treatment. There might be a little bit of a fragrance to this, but it is mainly just a beautiful, again, tenacious, clear lip balm oil treatment. When I say tenacious, I mean if you get in the shower, it's not going to just immediately wash off. You might actually need a little bit of soap to sort of like break the bond with your lips, because it has that really nice grip to it. And this makes phenomenal skin prep, makes a great overnight lip balm. It's just gorgeous, and it's really thin. Now this is kind of a twofer. I don't know where the other one is, but you probably won't be mad if you buy one of the Auric lip products. I feel like Sam has just put so much work into these. She has such kind of like a tight collection of products that she offers. You really feel the work that went into these. So this is Bare in the Plush Ritual. It has a very faint vanilla scent, which y'all know is my favorite. I love this color. It wears so beautifully. And when I say that it's a twofer, they have a new one that comes in a squeezy tube. And I have to say, I don't totally understand it, because you squeeze the product out on one side and then you turn the applicator around to spread it onto your lips. There is definitely some kind of reason for it, but it's not something that reaches me. It's for some people, it's not for me. This is beautiful. Comes with this little jade spatula in here. Absolutely like bananas on luxury. So awesome. And again, absolutely no complaints here. Other than the formula, I feel like could be thicker. Like, it just feels like it wants to be more of a treatment, and when it goes on, it's a little thinner of a balm than I expected it to be, but that might be appealing to you. They are very nourishing. I just wish they were like a little glossier and almost like a little bit more viscous. It's almost like I wish I saw more of the color. Okay, so we have the final category. These are the crowd pleasers. I am still going to rank them because there are things that are crowd pleasers for some people and not for others, but I think that within this, there is something for everyone to appreciate and be happy with. So starting with maybe the most controversial one, because I mean, they call it a lip oil, sure, but it's very much a lip gloss, and it is fruity smelling and it is sweet tasting kind of thing. And they all have different smells and they're all sweet tasting, which if you're gonna put a scent in something, I would love for it to taste like something. That's fantastic. But they're a little juvenile. You know, this is not exactly the most like luxury seeming product, and that is the In Beauty Glaze Lip Oil. I have this in Fruit Punch. Actually, I have almost all all of them. Fruit Punch just happens to be one of my favorites because your girl loves a coral moment, and this is such an unabashed coral moment. But they do have a beautiful vanilla mint one that's almost clear. They also have a pH color changing one called Surprise. I have fruity cereal here. I have two of the coconut ones. I don't know how that happened. I have, what, cinnamon bun? Yeah, cinnamon bun right here. They're everywhere. I love them so much. So anyway, the only thing here that's polarizing is that it is a flavor and a scent, but they are so lovely. And there's a reason that people collect them. Next, I'm going to include the pigmented version of the Sigma Renew Lip Oil. I have no complaints about this product. The colors are so pretty, and this is such a gorgeous, glossy, and also nourishing formula. So it's like, I always want it to be something that is beautiful and also cosmetically elegant. Like, that's ideal for me. And if it's not, I want it to be like wildly nourishing. Those are kind of the criteria, right? So this is in the shade All Heart, a beautiful sort of muted mauve. This is something that wears a long time and also will keep the moisture on your lips. It's great. Next, I'm just gonna talk about the clear one over here. This is the Conditioning Lip Mask from Sigma. Another one that I've fallen head over heels in love with really quickly. It is a beautiful, totally uncomplaining, clear overnight lip mask. It's also very glossy. So I will wear this during the day, I will wear this at night, and I just love something that I can offer to people that doesn't do anything other than what it's supposed to do. There are no bells and whistles, there's no plumping, there's no scent, there's no flavor, there's no color. It's just a really good lip mask. And it has the added advantage of the little metal tip, which I love. I love it. Beautiful stuff. This is another one where it's kind of a technicality because it's like, they call it a lip oil, but I definitely think that this is just a really beautiful, nourishing lip gloss. This is the Ami Collet lip oil, and this is in the shade Bliss, but I also have, I have more shades in it. This is beautiful. It's such a lovely formula to interact with. It's beautiful to wear. The colors are gorgeous. It smells slightly sweet, a little bit vanilla-y, but you don't taste it. And for being something that is so nourishing, it's so beautiful to wear. It really fills in the lip lines. Like, you can feel that there's almost like a self-leveling layer on your lips when you put this on. You push your lips together and you're just like, wait, that's really not going anywhere. There's something to it. You know, it's very substantial. It feels fantastic on the lips. It's a really special formula. I like don't want to take that one off. It's so nice. Next, and there's no clear one of this, so this is just the color that I have right now, but this is the Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm from Westman & Atelier in Biscuit. I finally found it. So they finally came out with the contour shade that I always wear, but in the Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm formula, which was only in a holiday kit for like $220. They came out with like the single, and I was just like, add to cart so fast. So anyway, beautiful formula. Very easy to underestimate this because it's so tiny. The colors are gorgeous, the formula is beautiful, and they did take the fragrance out of it. So it doesn't taste like anything, it doesn't smell like anything, there's no plumping. Incredibly lightweight on the lips, but also pretty long wearing for a balm. They have a really nice cling to them, but they are much lighter weight than a lot of the other ones that we've talked about. All right, next, I'm just gonna talk about these two in tandem because I feel like they're sort of right next to each other and interchangeable in this list. So this is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm and the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is like an OG longtime favorite for most people. It's just literally a clear sleeping mask, and it does come in some colors, but this one is the vanilla one. My toddler has stuck his fingers in there because he loves these things. Everybody loves these because they're great. Full stop. I mean, they're very straight down the middle of like, do you need a really effective, great overnight lip balm or a great daytime lip balm? Laneige has got you. They're beautiful. I have no complaints about them. They have a scent, but no flavor. They don't plump. They're nourishing. They're lovely. The daytime one is a little bit glossier. That is the one in the tube, and they both really get the job done. Next, we have the Bisou lip oil, and it is among the front runners on this list because they have added a fragrance to these. It used to smell like fry oil, and they call them honey infused lip oils, and I was just like, where's the honey? Where's the anything? Make it not smell and taste like stale fry oil. But now they're lovely, and I always loved the formula. I used it in spite of the fact that it smelled bad, and now that they're coming out with all these beautiful colors in it, I am 100% on board with these. I love the packaging. I think that they are so stinking cute. They are glass. They're fun to use, fun to interact with. There's something luxurious about them, and also appealing to kind of a younger audience. They're super thin and lightweight and very, very effective. Yeah, this one has really risen to the top because we're in the top 3 right now. This is number 3. This is so new to me, but I love it. This is the Idem Les Chouchous Lip Softening Balm in Butter Mochi, which is just the clear shade. We've got the metal tip applicator. It smells incredible, okay? The butter mochi is just delicious, and it is so beautiful and so effective and not that expensive, and you get a lot of it. In some of these, you're getting 1/4 of an ounce. In this one, you're getting 1/2 of an ounce. 0.49 of an ounce. It's just a very generous product. It feels really luxurious, and I want to say $24, something like that. And what a gorgeous treatment. I'm so impressed with this. And it's one of those things that, like, it's the intangible, right? Of when you're interacting with it, you're just excited to. I pick it up and I'm excited to use it. And that's a product that I'm going to use up and continue buying. Full stop. The formula has that kind of self-leveling plush feeling to it that you get from the Ami Collet, but it's even thicker. It is very much more of a treatment in the way that it feels, but it's also really glossy. I love it. I feel like this is kind of an honorable mention because this is a gloss, but this is the Candy Glaze from YSL. I can't make a video talking about clear, nourishing lip balms without talking about this, so I'm not even sure if this belongs in the category or not, but I just think it's kind of a misnomer because it's a very nourishing product and it just happens to be like very close to the top of my list. It's extraordinarily shiny, it's very luxurious, it's very nourishing, and I don't totally love the shades. Like, the colors are fine, but they really behave like a lipstick. It's the clear for me. It does smell like fruit. It's kind of like a tutti fruity jelly bean kind of citrus smell. It doesn't bother me. I don't think about it after I put it on, but my God, it's just special in a way that when you wear it, you just understand. And I already spoiled it, but like, this always comes to the top. Like I said, if there were any of these components that I think are beautiful, but I could refill them with another formula, it would be GlossierBalm.com, which is why I am so happy that before I got a chance to do this video, they went back to the old formula. They reformulated it when they went into Sephora. I think everybody knows that at this point. They made it vegan. So this has beeswax, lanolin, other things in it that really make the difference in terms of its tenacity on the lips and its effectiveness in actually healing my skin. I will put this anywhere. I'll put it underneath my eyes during the winter. You put it on your cuticles. You can put it underneath your nose. It's incredible stuff, and it comes in so many scents, so many little cute colors and everything, and it also comes in a clear. My favorites, I would have to say, this is the weirdest thing ever. My favorite is the coconut, which I don't like coconut usually. Like, I'm almost just completely anti-coconut scents, but there's a huge difference to me between a pina colada scent and a fresh or toasted coconut scent. This is like a toasted coconut scent. It's warm, it's lovely, and it was the first one I ever got when they asked me to be a Glossier rep, was the coconut scent. And so it has this really nostalgic near and dearness to me. That's why I think that I love it so much. But I also love birthdaybalm.com, which started out as a collab with Milk Bar. All Glossier things were like an event there for a while. It was awesome. I love the hot cocoa one. It smells exactly like Swiss Miss. I love the, oh my God, the cookie butter. Ridiculous. It's so good. I love the mint. The rose is a little bit matte. The cherry is a little bit matte. The mint is actually a little bit matte, but I've had all of them. Actually, not the new ones. I don't have like strawberry, but I've had mango, fig. And while they did try to reformulate it, I held on to these for dear life. And I'm just so glad that I don't have to be precious about using them anymore because I buy them in bulk. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. That's the OG Forever Lip Balm, y'all. There's a reason that people were so mad when they reformulated this, is because this is such a die-hard, holy grail formula. It's so effective. And everybody's different. I can't wear Burt's Bees. It makes my lips peel off. Certain ingredients really bug some people that work really, really well for other people. Like, again, if you have a lanolin allergy. I have a lanolin allergy on my nipples. Found that one out in the hospital. That was fun. I was like, get it off of me. But doesn't seem to bother my lips. And so that is why we make the spreadsheet. I will have, again, the call out ingredients, whether or not it's vegan and stuff, in the spreadsheet for y'all so that you can see it at a glance, refer back to it at any point. But those are the stack rankings based on my experience with them and kind of how much I love them. But hopefully I also managed to communicate all of the important criteria for you to make a decision for yourself. So I will list them all down below. I will also have a shoppable page of them, you know, that you can just click through and like browse if you want to. And then also there will be the spreadsheet spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet will also have clickable links if you actually want to like buy through an affiliate link, because it, you know, I get a little bit of that and I appreciate it. I hope this was helpful for y'all. If you have any additional questions, please ask those down below. And also feel free to mingle among yourselves if you have tried something that I haven't tried and you want to kind of help another person out or something. My comment section is a beautiful, gorgeous oasis on the internet. Let's keep it that way. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We have so much fun here and we compare products. I have this exhaustive collection. I buy everything unless it's sent to me. And we love to get in the weeds. I mean, if you couldn't tell by me making a spreadsheet, okay? We're spreadsheet people here. So anyway, subscribe if that's interesting to you. If you want exclusive member perks, like, you know, my very impromptu first impressions, like live streams and stuff, my Patreon link is down there. You can join for $1 if you want to. I'll put a video up here that I think y'all will enjoy if you like this one. Thank you for being here. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.